should, man.
Would have been more toasty in there for you, horsepower?
Yeah. I could have chugged more beers. If I had to throw up, it's right there.
Morning. It is 7:37, and we're just walking back to trail from S Tree Campground. It's cold, y'all. If you think I'm being a big baby, well, I am, but also check the weather. It got down below freezing, or at least was forecasted to get down below freezing last night, so she was chilly. So, game plan today, we have 26 or 27 miles to make it to a major highway where Professor Carl, one of his buddies, is going to meet us and either bring us into town to stay or bring us into town to do a bigger resupply. We haven't really decided yet, so probably decide once we get to town. And knowing how this trail is going, we'll probably end up staying in town. So yeah, 26 or 27 miles. We're hoping to do it by 5 p.m. Where his buddy's supposed to come meet us. Shouldn't be an issue. I think a lot of our day is 2-track, if not road. With a couple pockets of single track in there. But should be an overall cruisy day. Horsepower, he's on beer number 14, 15, 16? Somewhere in there. He's horsepower. He's a gift of nature, gift of God. He doesn't get affected by human ailments. He seems perfectly fine. So I don't usually, not a big proponent of filming that type of stuff on trail. I'm also not a big proponent necessarily of that type of activity on trail, but horsepower is a responsible adult. And it doesn't really affect him as adversely as I've seen it affect other hikers. So I'm filming pieces of it. It's funny. He's being responsible. He's being appropriate. So I don't know. I'm going to keep some of the film in there, but yeah, not a big proponent of it on trail, but again, he's a responsible adult. And he's doing something that doesn't really affect any locals, anybody else. Like, he's not walking into town smashed. He's not sitting at a trail town restaurant just drunk. It's just him in the woods, so should be fine. I wanted to put that in there. You probably don't see a lot of drinking on this channel because I personally really don't drink. I'll have a beer here and there, but it just doesn't really have a lot of appeal to me. And I've also seen in other hikers on other trails that it can get pretty gnarly. So I don't know. That's too much of an explanation for something that should be just fun. But we're walking. It's cold. 2 gloves on this hand, 1 glove on this hand. Gonna shove them in my pockets. All right, let go. Oh, well, this is gonna be ice cold. Poor horsepower. I don't think there's any way to keep the feet dry. Oh yeah, that's ice. Oh yeah, that's ice. Oh, oh that is ice cold. Wowzer. All right. I was already awake, but okay, I'm more awake now. So the sign is slightly confusing. Once you going up here, but the GPX route, once you're going across the creek. So let's see if there's another one back here. All right, there's another one. So maybe it just keeps you on the side of the creek. So Horse Lick Creek is to my right. The GPX track once you're going across, but trail signs once you're staying on this side. So we'll follow the trail signs. I think this is where we want to be. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is where we should be. Don't know. I'm gonna just keep following the turtles. Saves you a nice little creek ford though. That creek was pretty swelled. I rarely make this suggestion, but I would almost just say follow the GPX line across Horselit Creek instead of following the trail signs. Usually, 99% of the time, following the trail markers is the right way to go, but there's a road on the other side of the creek that you're supposed to be on, and this one, while fine, it's a little chewed through with water, rain, and kind of erosion. I don't know if erosion is the right word, but kind of chewed through with the weather. Avulsion? Accretion? I don't know. So yeah, probably connects back in eventually, but following the turtles makes it a little different. So there's Horselit Creek again. So yeah, the GPX route has you crossing that twice. That's the direction I came from. There's a turtle on that tree. I think the turtle trees are just to stop you from having to ford that creek twice. So I guess you can do what you want to do. I don't know. I actually got to look for the next turtle. I'm assuming up. When in doubt, go up. All right. You could avoid it for as long as possible, but eventually they're gonna make you lick that Horselit Creek, or the water's gonna lick up to places you would not prefer. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Horsepower's not gonna be happy. Oh, that's awesome. Horselit Creek. It's a good crossing there. So, good old professor was leading the way for the first 6-7 miles. Kind of leapfrogged him. Chatted a little bit right before that crossing of Horse Creek. So, his buddy that's picking us up in 17 miles now, 18 miles. We've been debating about going into town. Well, we were always going to go into town and resupply, but we're debating about whether or not to stay in town. So where he picks us up is like 26 or 27 miles on the day, which keeps us in the average we need to finish. We're going to still have to pump out a big mile a day sometime in the next week. But we were talking about potentially seeing the movie Mario in town. We really wanted to see John Wick 4 in theaters, but the town of London, Kentucky is not playing it, so maybe an alternative is Mario, so we'll see. Still debating. I believe this is called White Branch Creek. So this signifies somewhere underneath a mile to Highway 89, where I'm gonna post up for the boys. I know Professor is like less than 5 minutes behind. Horsepower should be pretty close behind too, so I'm gonna post up at Highway 89, see if I can get a liquor service. Because for all of y'all that don't know, today is Monday, April 24th. It's a big day, big day. You may ask why. Mistakes, or not mistakes. A couple earnings are coming out today for a couple stocks. So let's see if I can find some service. Where's Magpie when I need her? That would be a good sign. I don't think we've seen that one before. I have some quotes that I could use. It's a joke. Calm down. Calm on down. It's a joke. So still no horsepower. Sat at that privy for like 20 minutes. Somewhere in that ballpark. Professor passed again. Still no horsepower, so it's either the creek crossings or the beer consumption. And honestly, knowing him, it's the creek crossings. Beer doesn't faze that man, so we got a time. We're about 16 miles away. We're supposed to meet the ride at 5. It's 11:20 now, so he'll start cranking out miles to catch up. These doggos don't look super friendly. Maybe they're just barky. Maybe they're just barky doggos. I can hope for the best. Well, that was the most aggressive doggo I've hit yet. Had to keep him at trekking pole length the entire time. Whew, good doggo. Usually they're nice, but he was a little jumpy. Didn't really get in my bubble, but he got definitely close to the ends of the trekking pole. Oh well. Still a fluffy. Just a giant misunderstood fluffy. Oh, he's laying in the middle of the road for horsepower. Poor dude. All right. This is one of the saddest moments on any hike. Professor's eating something that he's carried around for
years.
Years?
Yeah, like probably 2020, maybe 21. He's been in and out of packs on weekend trips.
Oh, it's so sad, man.
Today's the day.
Maybe just leave one. Are they?
They're so tiny.
Yeah, just leave one in the bottom of the pack. Just crush it around like spreading ashes in the bottom of the pack.
They taste old.
Yeah. Oh, it's sad. So we're waiting on the man, the myth, the legend, horsepower. It's 12:20-ish now. Just got through that aggressive doggo area, but just misunderstood puppy. He should be coming by shortly. The creek's definitely slowed him down to not get wet feet, so we're gonna see him and then keep cruising. So it is 12:30. Professor and I just needed to pack up from our chilling spot right there. Horsepower just passed us. He's got to hit that 24-mile mark before he drinks his last beer. So he said he's gonna go wait up there and shotgun the last 2. Again, I think it's funny. Again, he's a specimen of nature. Normal people, quote unquote, it would probably affect them way differently. He just seems still completely horsepower. So could go walk up there with him and watch him complete this goal. All right, it is 1:01 and horsepower's only got 2 left and 30 minutes left.
About that, yeah.
30 minutes left. So he's done the 24 miles. He's at 22 beers. And he's at 23 and a half hours.
Yep.
And he's doing well. He seems regularly horsepower. So we got about 12 miles until our pickup spot. So going to the interstate. I don't know if you can see it on that board. 12 miles. So we're still sitting pretty. Might have to pick up the pace a little bit later in the day. But we're still sitting pretty. So we're going to congratulate horsepower once he finishes it up. Can't talk. And then keep cruising. Second to last beer. He doesn't do it easily. He just shotguns them. I guess that is.
That's the easiest way.
Yeah, that's his easy way. All right, 23.
Soul.
Yeah, I felt that one. And number 24.
Come on, baby. They're a little shaken up from the whole day.
I bet they're still ice cold though.
Not really.
No?
Nope.
Miles are done. Last
Beers
beer.
are done. Are you joining me?
Am I joining you? Is that something that I'm doing here?
I'd like to be joined.
I'll join him. Oh, you're a bad influence. All right, how am I going to do this? Are you filming too?
I'm filming. Are you filming?
Is everybody filming?
Yeah.
Let's get that low angle
yeah.
going on. Oh, shit. That's a nice piece of film right there.
Camera still just going?
Yeah.
This is so real.
Okay.
Would you like me to poke your hole for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hold that.
Oh, thank you.
I want to see which one's better. I'm going to take the better one.
I guess this will hydrate me because it's mostly water.
Okay, last beer. Constant team joining in solidarity.
You want that one?
I'll take mine back.
Miles are done.
I've showed it down a little
We're
bit.
at like
You want to cheers it?
23
Yeah.
and a half hours.
All right. To the Sheltowee
I thought we
Trace
were going to
Trail.
cheers it. To the Sheltowee
Cheers.
Trace and doggos.
Okay?
You want the rest?
No. It's your beer. You finish it.
Oh my god.
You will finish it and you will like it. Don't you dare pour that out.
There's one sip left. Oh. I counted.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
What? That definitely counted. Oh man. I don't know how you did 24 of those things, man. Just the taste alone.
It's not that bad.
Well, that's what he says. We didn't see like 8 of them.
The thought did cross my mind. But I was like, if there's one thing I'm not going to cheat at, it's drinking beer. I generally don't know if there's a worse pack for carrying that much weight.
Then what you got going on right now?
Yeah, this is tiny.
Yeah, that's a hard pack to pack out what
Wait
you
for beer
did.
drinking.
You would think they would try to put that into their business model. You got to reach out to
The
the.
Mariposa. The Mariposa would be great for beer drinking.
You got to reach out to their R&D.
Yeah. The pack is so much lighter now, but I don't really notice it.
Yeah, because it's been gradually getting lighter.
Yeah.
So I would like to point out there's a lot of rock overhangs, and somebody pointed out on the channel, Hayden being that person, but you're not allowed to camp there. I don't think we've camped underneath a rock overhang or near a rock overhang, so don't know what that person's talking about. So if you watch this, I'm kind of confused what you're talking about. But there are a lot of nice rock overhangs.
But on normal alien movies, they say they come to Earth and it's peaceful, and we just
I wasn't quick enough on the trigger. Horsepower's timer just went off for the 24 hours.
I don't want to hear that sound and jump out of bed. That was scary.
He got it easily. A little more difficult being a little taller, isn't it?
Yeah.
I bet you wish you were about 5'5".
That's our stripe we deal with.
Must be hard.
Yeah.
Nice little creek bed. Really beautiful creek bed, but the trail starts to get a little chunky. A lot of down trees, A lot of crossings of the creek, which is not too bad, but just kind of starts to get a little obscure in places. So, yeah, maybe that way. All right, so I think the trails picks up on the other side of this, but definitely the most down trees we've experienced yet. And there's a road half a mile away. We really got to start stepping to catch our ride. So, oh, bud. It seems if you put Horsepower and I either on the west coast or the east coast, we will find a bushwhack. Whether that is just how the trail is designed, or if Horsepower just really likes bushwhacks. Who is to say? He said no, so maybe I like bushwhacks. I don't know. Should be a quick one though. You know, it's a good trail when it's upside down. Only the best trail signs are upside down. Whew. No idea where it goes from here. Assuming across this creek. Very slippery rocks. So before I so rudely got cut off by the memory storage, I was saying that Schwack definitely ate a little bit of our time. It's like 2:18 now, maybe 2:19. And we are 8.8 miles away. So still doable by 5, but
No.
yes. We just have to...
That's 4.5 hours.
3.5. Oh yeah, you're pulling a different average. But it is mostly road, if not all road the rest of the way. So unless we get attacked by a dog, you are now a target. Unless we get attacked by a dog, we should be good. All right. You don't gotta point me out. Definitely one of the most exposed ridgeline walks we've had. So as always, if you want to read the history, just pause. So I'm pretty sure you can camp somewhere around here, but I don't know how much you want to get camped and haunted by. What I'm looking at, trying to read as I go along. The battle, yep, Civil War. So there is a spring too. That's an old grave, 1792. There is a spring as well, called Robinson Spring, 1/8 of a mile. Oh, I got water, but apparently it's supposed to be a good spring. We got town on the mind, so gonna keep cruising. Historical site and interpretive trail. Okay. Do some exploring if you so desire. Probably cool spot. So I think if you do pay a premium of donations to the Sheltowee Trace Association, they do allow you access to Fire the Cannon. I don't know what level that is to buy in. I'm assuming you have to pay at least $100 a pop to the Sheltowee Trail Association. And if you make that donation, they let you fire the cannon. Not a true statement. But you can donate to the Sheltowee Trail Association. Don't think you're allowed to fire the cannon. That's an interesting rock in a field. Huh. There's another cannon. Don't know which way the trail goes. That one's a gold cannon. Very nice. I think the trail goes that way. Huh. We were joking about an official sign yesterday, but they do. Official sign. Halfway point. Very cool. So it also signifies about a mile and some change. Mile 0.4 maybe. To the truck stop we're gonna get picked up at. Whew. Good push today. I don't think we're gonna hit 5. I think probably 5:10, but still, good push. It is 5:05, and you can see the gas station where we're meeting Professor's buddy. So still making pretty good time. Should be there right around 5:10, somewhere in that ballpark. So made really good time. Got to walk over the interstate, sit down there, wait for the boys, and yeah, go treat ourselves to another spoiled stop in town. So the Bigfoot Trail continues that way, and I'm gonna just chill here.
I could have gone to the University of South Carolina, offered me a full ride, you know. Why with that fine?
All right, so back in the motel, way past my bedtime. It's like 9:10. Really nice TV. But we all went to Super Mario. What'd you give it, Professor? 3 out of 5? 4 out of 5?
4 out of 5. That was great.
He gave it a 4 out of 5. Good old horsepower gave it 3.5. I gave it 3 because it didn't have people in it.
Because you bet that it would.
Yeah, well, they didn't need to know the reason. But yeah, we resupplied at the little corner store there. Ready to rock and roll. Yeah, just kind of chilling. I think I started filming this to say something, but I forgot. So that's it. Another day inside. Another day on trail. I guess so. Oh, zebra cakes. That's what I wanted.